Okay then, Helldivers, we are back. We have got a lot to go over today as the Leviathans are causing carnage left, right and centre. Between B Vitamin and Jojo, there's a load of statements being made with regards to what it is that's due to happen. It appears that there are some job roles that are fulfilled within inside of Arrowhead, meaning the game is definitely going to progress further. And you guys have been putting up some, well, interesting counterpoints on Reddit. So we're going to dive into everything that we have happening today. If you haven't already, smash that beautiful like button and subscribe with post notifications turned on. Check out our incredible sponsor, GamerSupps, the company that offer esports athletes and gamers with the most effective, healthy energy drink choice option compared to those tinned alternatives we're all used to. Link in the description, code CloudPlays at checkout for a cheeky discount. And we're going to continue the giveaway here on the channel. If you want to get involved with it, head down to the comment section. Just put a simple salute in the comments. We're going to be announcing that one in the next couple of days. So with that being said, let's dive into the game and see what it is that's happening right now in Helldivers 2. So just a quick Galactic War update. It appears that right now we are in a really weird place. We've got 2 days, 4 hours remaining on the major order, and currently we are attacking in different planet movements. Alamak currently has 15,000 Helldivers on it. Meanwhile, Alart has 1,000. It's kind of really weird how this is all working, but nonetheless, we have still got a little bit more of a movement to go over the next 2 days to be able to solidify these two planets. The likelihood is, though, is it's looking like we're not actually going to do it. With the resistance being on a low 0.2 on both, it means that there is definitely something wrong going on here. And I think we all know exactly what that's down to. Yes, the Leviathans. So we're going to talk about everything happening with that today. For those of you guys wondering, though, the Superstore right now has got the Servants of Freedom move in here, and you guys are wanting to know more about the Warrant and when it's actually going to come back. So the first page actually rotates over the last 6 war bonds, I believe, so it can take up to about 12 days before the full cycle comes into play for it. The Warrant will be back, and it will be back very soon, but you just have to wait maybe a week or so left on the timer before we see that come back into play. With that being said, though, let's take a look at what it is that's happening in the background, because somebody put up a really interesting message over on the Discord with regards to the Leviathan. So they stated right here, just a quick and honest question: does Arrowhead know the current lack of player enjoyment when it comes to the Leviathans and the new Liberation system? This was absolutely huge because realistically that seems to be the biggest reason why people are not enjoying the main Illuminate side right now, with over half of the community playing over on different sectors and completely avoiding the major order overall. The response actually came from B Vitamin, who states, probably, I imagine that's a large part of what's going into the feedback forms and Sony surveys, but I haven't been reading them myself. So it's going to be an interesting move because apparently they're not done tweaking. Jojo responds right here, I've already said earlier today, we're not done tweaking the Leviathans. Now, hopefully there is some tweaks that come very, very soon, because these Leviathans are an absolute nightmare. As you guys may well know, we did have the update to Leviathans where they added an additional spotlight, which tells you guys where they're going to be shooting prior to them shooting. But unfortunately, what that brought along was, well, not very much difference at all. The targeting is still so damn on point that even then, when the spotlight goes down somewhere, the shot goes just off of it. So it will still target you, even if you're trying to evade the spotlight. On top of that, there is now also more shots in pure succession. So essentially, one of them is going to hit you regardless. At the moment, it just seems to be less enjoyable than what it was. And even then, it used to be really, really bad. But now, even on the mega cities, it's still not that enjoyable to go up against. But it is nice to know that they are planning on tweaking those very soon. The likelihood is, though, is they're going to want to tweak this one correctly, finally, once and for all. So we're probably not going to see an update to that one until maybe Tuesday next week, meaning this weekend is going to be a little bit rough for you guys with regards to the Illuminate sector. One that I wasn't really aware of, though, was somebody put a message towards Jojo stating, are you guys aware that the Gunslinger armor passive is broken? It actually slows down holster and draw speed now. Can you look into it? Now, Jojo responded saying that he's going to have someone look into it with regards to the Gunslinger passive, but we've yet to hear anything else with regards to it. Overall, this is a very interesting move because realistically, there are so many things going wrong with Helldivers right now that it kind of shines a light more on that than what it is that's going right. This is the problem with negativity. Unfortunately, the negative outcomes will always outshine what it is that's positive and happening, because people are more inclined to talk about the negative. That's just unfortunately how it goes. So it's put them in a bit of a tricky position, meaning that player base has dipped quite a lot, at least while we're on the Illuminate sector. Now, in other news, it appears that Arrowhead has expanded the team even further, wherein you can see at this point right here, there were 5 jobs over on the open positions on arrowheadgamestudios.com, and now we are looking at only 3, meaning that there have been some roles that have been secured, including the senior game designer, the full stack engineer, and the senior UI designer. This is always good news when they're bringing on new people that focus on certain aspects. We do still have the senior material artist, senior release manager, and the chief technology officer still to be confirmed as new job role positions. Nothing new in terms of new job roles though, so we'll have to see how it is that them guys actually manage to add additions to the game. Hopefully it brings in quite a lot more. I'm more intrigued around the senior UI designer because we fully look into how it is that the UI has been transformed already. I don't know if they had anything to do with that and they were just late on updating the website, but the UI is completely changed, so it'll be interesting to see how it plays out going forward. But just to give a little bit more of solidification with regards to the Leviathan issues, we are going to take a look at a clip right here that states Leviathan spawn camping. So people are having a massive problem with the Leviathans, and this is probably one of the biggest things that you will see is a bit of a problem right now. The targeting is still so damn on point. Now, they have obviously decreased the range of these things, and that is absolutely amazing. I'm really, really glad that they've done that, but this is just insane. I've never seen anything like that, but a lot of people will state that, yes, this is skill issue. A lot of people will complain that we're complaining about just complaining. But unfortunately, it just seems to be the case. The Leviathans are absolutely outrageous, and it seems to be so ridiculous that the development team are even looking at that. But that's not the only thing that people are having a problem with. We had a bug fix for the Illuminate clipping through walls, specifically the meatballs. Yes, the flesh mobs are now coming back in a rampant spree, as you can see on this clip right here, stating Leviathan this, Leviathan that. Can we talk about this BS? Yeah, dude, that's insane. Absolutely insane. Something tells me that even though they rectified it and fixed people and enemies clipping through walls, that they maybe just didn't actually fix them clipping through walls. That's crazy. I've not seen anything like that as of yet. So thank you so much for putting that clip up there. It means that the development team have something to go off of with regards to that as well. Now, taking a look at your top comments, naturally, it had everything to do with the Leviathans, and it doesn't surprise me at all. The way that people were talking about it is actually quite interesting. This first comment right here states, in my opinion, Leviathans should be a secondary objective like the Factory Strider convoy. Make them deadly and tough, but once we have killed enough of them, the objective is complete and no more spawn. Now, that for me actually isn't a bad idea. I think that it could operate quite nicely, especially as you're going to be able to put them on the map so that people can see exactly where they are. I don't know if they need to be a consistent enemy type. We've not really got anything like it on any other faction, or at least as of yet. This does concern me, though, because it makes you wonder what it is that's going to be coming with regards to the other 2 factions of the automatons and terminids, because there's normally a like-for-like ratio when it comes to the enemy types. Taking a look at this next comment, though, it states, we don't need Leviathan tracking as a planetary condition. What we need is them to stopping to respawn infinitely. There is effective tools to down them, and we make use of them. But what's the point if a Leviathan is replaced in a matter of seconds with a fresh one? I would suggest starting a match with 2 active Leviathan and spawning another one every 10 minutes, but there can never be more than 3 active. This again kind of runs along the same as the secondary objective. It seems to be a bit of a nightmare at the moment because sometimes you can have 3 or 4 all running around at the same time, and with them all having their flashlights on you, you have no idea where the hell you're going and what the hell you're doing. So they are deeming to be probably the bigger pain in the ass than what people are actually making it out to be, and hopefully they manage to find a happy medium of how to actually operate them. And this last one right here states, I think the best way to nerf the Leviathans would be either to reduce their total armor, or so players can use heavy armor penetrating weapons to damage. If this is too much of a nerf, then Arrowhead can cap up the Leviathan's total HP to compensate. Also, I think that they need to improve the final ship module upgrade, the one that allows players to choose which enemies mortar sentries target by marking them. By allowing us to do that with all sentries, that way it can mark a Leviathan and the autocannon and rocket sentries will target them much more reliably. And that also has been a comment that I've seen a hell of a lot in the comment section just recently. Having that ship module upgrade so that it works with all turrets would be actually really, really helpful. I think that it would operate quite smoothly, especially with the Leviathans now coming into play, with the autocannon and having the rocket sentries all firing at it, because they will not target those at all. The thing you have to question then is whether distance can be taken into consideration, and how far it is that these things can actually fire will operate in a really, really weird narrative if you're marking something that it can't reach. Overall though, I trust Arrowhead massively to be able to fix this and rectify it, and hopefully we have something sorted very soon. With that being said though, if you haven't already, smash that like button, subscribe with post notifications turned on. Thank you so much again for watching, guys. I appreciate you all, and as always, I'll see you in the clouds.